Hey guys, and welcome back to the next part of our painting Star Wars Rebellion miniatures. Last video we got past the washing phase, and now the ships are looking a bit like this. You can see the gradation of the airbrush, and then the black wash of Nuln Oil has brought out all the detail. What we're going to do today is we're going to dry brush the figures. The dry brushing will just catch the edges of all the, let's see if I do here, and catch the edges around here and hopefully just lift them off the background even more. We'll be using Vallejo light grey to start with, which matches the colour that was last airbrushed on the model, so hopefully it should have a nice effect, and I'll get started. So I'm using quite a big dry brush. It's a Citadel large dry brush. There we go. There we go. And what I'll do is just splotch away until it's permeated right into the inner bristles of the brush. Give it a good wiggle, like so. That should do it. And then I'm going to try and take most of the paint back off. So let's just wipe it first. And now make sure to wipe all the way to the bottom of the bristles, because sometimes paint will get clogged up there and, well, it means you might get streaks on the model. We want to take this so there's just about no paint left on it. And we'll even give it a squeeze. Let's do it. Now with dry brushing you should always try and paint across one angle, like so. Sometimes it's not always the easiest to do that. Sometimes you have to break this rule, but it's a good starter rule for dry brushing. One direction, I guess, to give the impression of light falling from one direction. Let's go for the side. Yeah, this is catching nicely on the model. Actually, there's a little smear went in there. Still looking good. Get that in the back. Oh yeah, this is lifting off nicely. You can see it forming and creating the highlights. And gives it a more uniformed look as well. That's looking good. I'm just going to do it down the front here now. There, lovely. Yeah, I mean, that just makes bing. I'm going to get a little heavier down here so as to pick out the nose, especially the tip of the spear. Yeah, like that. So get it there. So it's just added a matteness to the model. It wasn't there before. It's starting to make the shadowed areas stand out even more because of the contrast with the lighter colour. Quite cool. Okay. And here we are, we're on to the Skywalkers now. Okay, same story as with the Star Destroyers. All the ink's gone into the shade has gone into the channels and just made everything stand out, so we're just going to smooth everything off with this. I'm just pulling down from the top of the model to the bottom. It might look like the brush is going back up and touching the model. It's not, it's only making contact on the downward strokes. Nice. And that's our second set of scout walkers done. Bzz clunk, bzz clunk, bzz clunk. Okay. Now we've done the scout walkers. We're now on to the big boys, the AT-ATs. Oh, this looks good. The detail just pops in these guys. Just gonna do a slight sideways just so I can catch some of the whatever this paneling is here. Now the inside of the legs I'm going to leave, well, maybe the leading leg I'll do, but the back ones especially I'm going to leave undry brushed so it creates a contrast between the outer legs and the inner legs. And then I'm just going to do it along the top just to get some paint on there. So again with the other models, just raise detail. Oh, starting to, don't know if I can get it focus. There we go. Yeah, so just detail raised. Looking pretty handsome. Onto the transports. It's a freshly charged brush, freshly charged dry brush. I'm going to pull it from front to back. Lovely. This time pretty much just dragging down from the top because it's this spherical object. So now this stuff here is made for dry brushing. There's lots of little bits. Don't need to do it too heavy because the edges are obvious. And the gun port, I'm getting a bit of extra paint in there. Yeah, that's good. There we go. That looks good. I like it with the light to dark. I think that really makes the model look dandy. It's rather, where are we? It's rather cool, light to dark. On the tabletop that should sit just nicely. Now, it's that time. It's the TIE fighters. Just lifting that center detail. The edge detail at the top as well should work nicely. You can pretty much just paint the side bits and the overspill will catch the canopy and the hatches and things. That's all the TIE fighters done. But they look pretty decent. Yeah. I have my brush washed again and dried. And it's ready to go. And now I'm going to use white because we are moving on to the Stormtroopers. Quite cool. See under this. Let's see how it applies to these wee fellas. So, again, from the top down. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, that's looking good straight away. Now we're on to the other models. I'm going to start with the Star Destroyers, just because they're awesome models. And I'm very lightly going to dust them this time with white. Hardly anything at all. Just streaking down on the engines. I'm not going to go from side to side, just so it creates a kind of highlight separate to the the rest of the dry brushing that's going on the engine pods, which I went left to right. This is just going to go down. And you suddenly see that it's just slightest bit of extra white paint on top just makes the model pop a bit more. Okay, so that's 2 Superstar Destroyers. Ooh yeah. Looking quite bunky. Bunk by. Huh? Cool. What are we on to next? The AT-ATs. So if I just do it gently with the tips of the brush at the moment. Nice. Yep. Okay, this is working. Really making that detail stand out. Oh, the AT-ATs are looking pretty cool. Yep. That's looking pretty tasty. We have shuttles to go next. They look good. Let's see. Just the right amount picked out, and that sort of glow from the gradation from the airbrush. It's nice. Just means when it's sitting a couple of feet away from you on the tabletop, it looks very, very 3D. So we got our scout walkers next. Nice. That's our ATSTs done. Fighters, I'm guessing will be much. They dry brushed very well with the initial grey dry brush, so I'm guessing they'll do well with this as well. See them just highlighted over the top. So that's the best camera, maybe. It's hard versus small. Now that's us finished the dry brushing for the Empire. I'll give you a quick scan by of the troops. There's our piles of TIE fighters, transports, Star Destroyers and Super Star Destroyers. There's some Stormtroopers with some ATSTs at the back, our AT-ATs and our Death Stars. Our Imperial forces are starting to take shape quite nicely. Just like to say thank you for watching. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Check out Instagram, and the next tutorial will be us adding spot details to some of the models just to make them jump off that table. See you soon.